former president Barack Hussein Obama decided to, liven up summer for Americans, suffering from record and high inflation and soaring price of goods. But he wanted to lighten it up for us by releasing his summer 2024 playlist. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side. Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Airy. Welcome to the StudioJake vidcast where I talk about all things pop culture. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications and consider becoming a channel member. All right. Yes, it's true. Former President Barack Hussein Obama has dropped his summer 2024 playlist. And I have to admit, he actually has some interesting songs on here. I'm going to go through it. And just so you know, a lot of these songs I've never heard of, a lot of these singers I've never heard of. So forgive me if I mispronounce names or song titles or whatever. It's just how it is. I mean, no disrespect. But nonetheless, President Obama, he posted on X.com, formerly known as Twitter. With summer winding down, I wanted to share some songs that I've been listening to lately. And it wouldn't be a playlist if it didn't include an eclectic mix. I hope you find something new to listen to with an exclamation point. Starting off, we're going with, now remember, this is a lengthy list, so bear with me. A Bar Song, Tipsy by Shabuzi, 365 by Charlie XCX, Chihiro by Billie Eilish, Love Me Gigi by The Tims, I Love the Way You Kiss Me, Artemis, $1 Million Baby, Tommy Richmond, I Can't Even Cry, Hope Tala, No Diggity, Black Street featuring Dre and Queen Pen, Charge It by Any, Okuracho soundtrack version by Carminho, What's in the Tea by Calamosa, I Love the Life I Live, I Love the Life I Love, Herbert Solman and Keith Richards, Say So, PJ Morton featuring JoJo, Why Don't You by Cleo Soul, You've Really Got a Hold on Me by The Miracles, Processed by HER, or Her. Forgive me, I've never heard of them. How Do You Want It? Tupac featuring KC and JoJo. If You Love Somebody, Set Them Free by Sting. Unsuffer Me by Lucinda Williams. Golden by Jill Scott. I Can't Get No Satisfaction, The Rolling Stones. My Best, Saw Sweetie. Wednesday Night Prayer Meeting, Charles Mingus. Okay, so this is just part one of this list. And I have to say, so far, I'm not familiar with any of them except for If You Love Somebody, Set Them Free by Sting. So we're going to move on to part two now. Come Away With Me by Norah Jones. The People by Common. Don't Cry Baby, Etta James. Bad Boy with Chris Jedi, Gabby Music, and Delvey featuring NLAA and Ozuna. Yayo by Rima. Old Dutch, Bonnie Light Horseman. Symptom of Life, Willow. Whiskey Whiskey by Moneybag Yo featuring Morgan Wallen. Stargazing, Miles Smith. Wannabe, Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, Lord. Jump, Tyler Gunna and Skillibeng. Perro and Negra by Bad Bunny and Fade. Feed? Lil Bothing, Paul Russell. Rebirth of Slick, Cool Like That by Diggable Planets? That's actually a really cool band name, Diggable Planets. Them Belly Full, But We Hungry, Bob Marley and the Wailers. One of These Things First, Nick Drake. Silvio, Bob Dylan. Love is Everywhere, Pharaoh Sanders. Where Did Our Love Go? The Supremes, Texas Hold'em, Beyonce. Someone to Watch Over Me, Samara Joy featuring Pascual Grasso. I have to give the man credit. He said it was eclectic. It's very eclectic. Good for him. I only recognize a handful of the artists on here. I recognize even less of the songs, but I'm glad he's taking time out of his busy schedule, to listen. Everyone needs downtime, especially former presidents who have nothing better to do than to send us their song playlist. But I joke, I jest. I don't see a problem with this list, and other than that's just a bunch of people who just have generic sort of hits, that play on the radio. But I wonder if you were to look at a bunch of them, how popular they actually are outside of that artist's sort of fan base. Like, are they big with just people who generally listen to music like myself? And like I said, out of all these, I've only listened to Texas Hold'em, but that's only because of the radio station I listened to played it a gazillion times. Then you've got Silvio by Bob Dylan, and I mentioned the Rolling Stones, and Someone to Watch Over Me. I'm not familiar with this version of it, but I am familiar with the song. It's a very popular song, unless it's just a new version of it that's totally different. And there's two different versions of The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Just so you know, the one that Reba remade is the best. But I still think it's not a bad list. Good for President Barack Obama. He seems to have a very storied interest in music. He seems to enjoy the hits as well as some of the classic rock stuff, which I'm all about the classic rock. Now, for me, I don't follow a particular band or even genre. I tend to just go, if I like the song, I download it. I think most people are like that. Lindsey Sterling is the exception. I really love Lindsey Sterling's work. I would go to a concert of hers, no questions asked. Nothing more to say of this. I don't have a lot of commentary. I just wanted to point out that President Barack Obama released his summer playlist. I found it interesting. I thought I'd share it with you. Tell me what you think. Do you like the president's, or I should say the former president's summer playlist? Do you find any of the songs interesting? Do you like them? Are there some on here you don't like? Is there some you would suggest for him to swap out? I'm sure he would scour my comment section for your suggestions, or at least one of his aides would. But nonetheless, I think that this isn't a bad playlist. I hope he enjoys the music that he listens to, just like I enjoy the music I listen to. If you like that video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it out to all your friends, leave me a comment and tell me what you think, and subscribe. If you're watching and you're like, I don't want to support you on big tech, I don't blame you. I'm right there with you. What you should do is click on the link to my locals community. It's in the description. You can become a monthly subscriber there, or you can give me tips for my articles. It's a great way to help out small indie creators like myself, or you can pick one of my novels to purchase on Amazon. They are available on there. These three are also available on barnesandnoble.com. My latest one, Blessed Child, is an Amazon exclusive. You can get it in ebook, paperback, or hardcover editions. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.